I am Jason, and this is Links Explore. Welcome. We are now going to go to Hell's Church, that is St Botolphs Church in Skidbrooke in Lincolnshire. So we're going to have a quick look at the history of this place, and then we're going to move on to some of the weird things that we found. But first of all, I'd just like to do a little service announcement. Unfortunately, we did not end up doing a nighttime investigation on this location, simply due to personal matters. Unfortunately, personal matters for myself didn't permit me to be able to do this, so we did not do a nighttime investigation. But our daytime investigation did yield some interesting results, so without further ado, I will pass you on to finding out the information about this place, and then we'll move on to the video. Let's get into it, shall we?
St Botolphs Church is a redundant Anglican church near the village of Skidbrooke, Lincolnshire, England. It is recorded in the National Heritage List for England as a designated Grade 1 listed building and is under the care of the Church's Conservation Trust. It stands in an isolated position in the Lincolnshire marshlands, about 7 miles northeast of Louth and to the west of the A1031 road. The church dates from the early 13th century, with alterations, additions in the 14th and 15th centuries, in 1854 and 1871, and during the 20th century. It was declared redundant in November 1973.
This is St Botolphs Church. As you can see, we're just about to go inside. You can see the architecture. Taken out. Altar. Always ruin it for the rest of us. Graffiti on the thing in the memory of Elizabeth, wife of Frederick Francis. Sleep May 25th. God rest your soul. As you see, there's not too much actually left in the church. But if we have a look up, you can see the great wooden. So we've got headstones on the inside. Could that be something to do with that? Well, that definitely is, isn't it? That definitely looks like that. Alright, we found something, so we're going to go have a quick look. All the stained glass windows has been gone. Oh, it looks like blood. Yeah, it's definitely fingerprints, yeah. It looks like blood by some description. Penis on the wall, church, it's nice, tank, lots of graffiti everywhere. But the architecture is still in place there. It still looks quite nice. Oh, there again, it's Jason again. In the next section of video is probably the most weird thing that actually has happened to us while we were at St Botolphs Church. And that was, we were checking an EMF reading, and as we were just showing the fact that it does fluctuate if you put electronics near it, our friend John, his phone just went absolutely, using his quotation, went whappy. I've never seen this actually happen with the app before, as in the app causing something to happen to another phone, on a separate phone. So I've never seen that happen before. And I will show you the fact that we actually try and do this as an experiment again, and we actually try and recreate what actually happened. But first of all, let me show you what actually happened. Right, so at this moment in time, we're going to take an EMF reading. So I'm just going to go over to our mate Carl, who's just doing one on his mobile phone at the moment. We're just going to see if there's any sort of spike. That might be because my phone has come round, but it might not be. I'm not going to move anymore, so if it does spike up, it's not because of the phone. So it's not really that bad.
Here or there,
So shall we walk towards each end and see if there's any sort of... See, this is the end where we're walking to now, where we think we see some blood, things like that. Just wanted to see if there's any sort of connection with anything. As you can see, that's where we think there might be some blood as a sacrifice or something like that. Or it just could be something else. Not 100% sure. Doesn't seem to be anything on the EMF, to be fair. Oh, hang on a minute.
No, it's quite low to be fair.
Yeah, it's quite low. As you can see, there's quite a lot of people that have been down this bit. If you just look past John, you can see that there's also been a burnt out box that's there as well. I'm going to walk down to the other end where we think most of the rituals have taken place, but again, it's pure speculation, so we're not 100% sure. So I do have to say, we're quite confused by the talcum powder that's put in the middle, though I presume, and this is only presumption, that it's put there to see if there's any sort of footprints that come from any sort of summoning they do. Anything at all, mate?
48.
So not too much.
Yeah, just bear in mind it is a bog standard
EMF on the phone.
phone app. It's it's nothing special, but it does use the magnetics that the compass has got built in.
Yeah.
So it will use that. I mean, accurate or not, I don't know,
Yeah. To be fair, it doesn't seem to have been changing too much throughout the whole of the thing. So I wouldn't have said that there's anything to do with the EMF.
but it does work. See if John gives me his phone. John, just put your phone back of mine.
So we do see that it drops as well, so it's reading something.
If you turn your phone round. No, it does.
Yeah, it does pick stuff up.
No, it shot up to 60 odd briefly there. It's going up a bit, but once you take that away,
As you can see, it goes down.
it goes down.
And there's another hornet.
It does work, it literally.
Another hornet. Do you want to do an EVP session?
Let's have a look at that. Let's just take that so.
Ah, stop moving it, stop moving it.
Just show the zooms out completely.
There you go.
It's still recording.
So just move it over a little bit more and see if it's... Because I'm getting reflections off the phone. See if there's an actual image or anything. No, it just looks like reflection. It doesn't look like there's any images in it.
Just stop it and start it again, mate. See if that helps.
Sorry I keep on cutting in on this video, but this is just a little bit weird and I really wanted to include it. Though, I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure what it is or what it could be, but I really wanted to include it. Now, I explain it quite well in the video, but if you have a look where John is holding his phone, and you can see that it's going wappy in his quotations, you can see in just where the camera bit for the app is, you can actually see that there's some sort of... I don't know what it is. It's not a reflection because you can tell the difference in reflections. So I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'm going to leave that up to everybody else to decide. But this is what I think it could be. But I'm not going to elaborate on it actually, to be honest with you. But let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to have a conversation with you about it in the comment section. On that note, let's get into it. Just wait a minute. Wow. I'm not sure if that's a reflection. So stop, don't move. I'm not sure if that's a reflection, but it looks like there might be a face in there. It might be a reflection by the way that I'm moving it. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Just turn it off and turn it on again, mate. Like the whole phone. Right, this is... Yeah, turn your phone off. Right, this is Carl, John and Jason doing an EVP at St Botolphs, or is it Botolphs? That makes sense.
This is a basic standard app. I did pay a little bit of money for it, so it must be legit in that sense. So we'll go from there. Whether it's legit or not, I don't know. But for now, we're using basic apps.
Yep. Let me know just before you're going to set it up.
All to go, mate.
Alright, well in that case then, as everybody can hear what I'm saying at the moment, we invite anybody that is here to speak to us on the device that Carl is holding in front of his face. If you want to make contact with us, please speak to us through that app. If there's anything that you want to say or do, speak to us through that phone.
Is there anyone that doesn't want us to be here?
If you let yourself be known, then we can either leave or we can stay and talk.
Is there anybody here at all?
If you want to use anybody's energy, use John's energy that's near your ritual to be able to speak to us through the phone. We only give you permission to use his energy to speak, nothing else. That's over 2 minutes, Carl. Right, we're now at the other end. We're now going to do another EVP just to see if anything is down this end that wants to talk to us. As we believe that this might be where they have made some sacrifices, as you can see on the floor. That's where we think that they might have been doing something, not 100% sure.
Anything, couldn't it? Right, ready?
Yep. So once again, we ask any spirit here to speak to us through that app on the phone. If you need energy, you can use energy from myself, but only to communicate with us. Do you want us here? Do you want us to leave? Do you want us to stay to tell your story? Let us know if you want us to leave or if you want to tell us something. You have to speak to us through that phone app or from what Carl's holding in his hand. Dog. I'll be a dog in the background. If you still want to talk... Hello there. That's the end of the video, unfortunately. I actually lost some of the videos, unfortunately, transferring from my phone to the PC. But I'm in the process of buying an actual video camera with an SD card. So at this moment in time, we should be a lot better next week, hopefully. Now, speaking of next week, we should be putting up one longish video that will have 2 different locations, hopefully. So hopefully this is the end of our investigation here. Let me know what you think in the comment section about it. I think there was a couple of things that we found out quite good. We tried to give it the best that we could for the limited time that we were there for. As I said, we didn't end up doing a night investigation. That was also due to personal preferences and unfortunately personal responsibilities that some people already had. But that's neither here or there. We will end up start doing some night investigations, and then hopefully we'll be getting a little bit more. With the camcorder that I've just said that I'm going to be buying, it's also got night vision on it as well. So we are gearing up to do this properly. So anybody that is actually watching and learning with us, as we are learning, because we still are, then come learn with us, come join with us, come watch with us. On that note, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.